can see around the state that people, have embraced that. Clearly in Tallahassee, everybody's embraced it. But you go around the state and go to communities, and people know we have to get jobs. We have to do three things. We need jobs. We need the best education system we can for our kids because it's their chance to live the American dream. And one of the reasons why people want to live here is we've kept the cost of living low. And part of that is not having a government that's ridiculously big. So those are three things as I travel the state when families talk to me, things they talk to me about every day. There's other issues that come up, but those three come up all around the state. So it's great to be in Flagler County to visit Coastal Cloud, a high-tech computer service company. And what's nice is it seems like everybody here owns the company. Everybody's a part of it, which is great. That just shows you what your community is like and shows you what this type of company is like. It was nice to meet Hales and the family and the kids. We got to talk about snowboarding, skiing. They're going to Steamboat. First place I ever went skiing, and over Easter. And they're not going to break any wrists this year, right? So I want to thank Sarah and Tim Hale, President and Vice President of Coastal Cloud, for having me here today. So thank you very much. Olivia. And Olivia broke her wrist last year skiing, right? But she's going to start snowboarding this year, right? Most likely. I told you the only time I've ever taken Advil in my life is when I was snowboarding. And then Olivia's 12, Morgan's 10, and to make it perfect, Alan's 8, right? That's right. So you can see it's great to get families like this to come to Florida, especially from those cold climates up north like this. So I talked about Senator Thrasher and Travis. You've got a great mayor right here. I think we recognized all the county commission, and now the Flagler County Department of Economic Opportunity did an outstanding job of helping bring Coastal Cloud to Florida. And I want to recognize Helga Van Neckert. TV. So I think it's not only Helga, but the entire advisory council. I just want to thank you for what you did. And I think this whole community does, because it's going to build jobs for families. There are many IT industry leaders with us today who recognize the superior low-tax environment and quality of life we have in Florida and advocated for Coastal Cloud to expand in Florida. I'd like to recognize the following business leaders, and I'm sure there are more, so I apologize for not recognizing everybody. But Donald Rippert, the retired CEO and president of Basho Technologies, and former chief technology officer of Accenture. That's right. The individual that runs the Department of Children and Families of the state, who all of us have had the opportunity to work with, David Wilkins, came out of Accenture. And he has done a great job running DCF. He really cares about these kids. Andrew Barrett, former CIO of Comcast. A long time ago, I had the foolish thought that I should help build the first healthcare cable channel. If you ever think about getting in that business, call me. It's much better to be on the Comcast side. I'm very happy. It was a lot of work. It did work out, but it's a lot of work. Andrew Zimmerman, former Global Managing Director of Accenture Mobility Services. So as we know, our state now is heading in the right direction. We are now at a 4-year low in our unemployment, still not low enough. We're barely above the national average. The 4 years before I got elected, we lost 800,000 jobs. Unemployment had gone from 3.5 to 11.1. We increased state debt $5 billion. As you all know, the housing market had collapsed. So in the last 2 years, Florida businesses have generated around 200,000 private sector jobs. Unemployment has had the second biggest drop in the country. Again, we're at a 4-year low. We'll get our numbers for the January and March, but hopefully we'll start now going below the national average. I talk about this, anybody that's read Jim Collins' book, and talked about Good to Great, talked about the flywheel and how you get things started, you can see what's happening in our state now. People are moving here. feel like the Hills are moving here. They're picking Florida. They're picking Florida because we're doing the right things. We have nice people who live here. They want to build companies. They want to be part of companies. We have lower taxes, less regulation. We have a very pro-business attitude. We're about to beat Texas as the best place to do business. So right after I got elected, I met Governor Perry. I'd met him a couple times, but I told him, you know, I was going to tell everybody that we were going to do better than Texas. I said a little bit more aggressive than that. So they've been the #1 state for job creation for quite a while, and they've been ranked #1. So last September, I invited him down to Destin for a fishing tournament, just to get him ready for being #2. So I said, let's each invite a veteran, so we did. And I said, I'll bring the team hats. My team was called Beat Perry. His team was called I'm Worried. And I bought a trophy that tall and had a big #2 on it and gave it to him on national television. So he was very appreciative. So I just wanted to get used to this year. Hopefully we'll be perceived by a lot of the rankings that we'll be the best place to do business, and we should be. So I'm excited here to highlight the expansion of Coastal Cloud. They'll expand in the corporate headquarters in Flagler County, which will create 100 new jobs over the next 3 years. And as we talk to, hopefully it'll even be more than that. So first off, let's give everybody a round of applause. So if you think about it, that's 100 families. Okay, it's 100 families, just like the Hales or your family now, that will have a job and can start living their version of their American dream. And it all starts with a great education and then a great job. So Coastal Cloud's commitment to Florida includes an investment of more than $3 million with the construction of 30,000 square feet of office space. That's great news to Florida and to Flagler County. The new facility will be used for providing analysis, programming, and training to small and large companies seeking to expand and optimize their current operations. Coastal Cloud is an expert in many industries, including healthcare, media, real estate, telecommunications, high tech, and government entities, and so it's great that they're here. And if you think about, we love all these companies to be here, but what we really want to do, we want to do everything we can to help them succeed. You know, if you're starting a company, what you want is everybody to tell your story, what you're trying to do, give you advice, open doors for you. The more that happens, the more jobs you're going to have right here. So Coastal Cloud's committed to the local communities. In addition to the jobs they are creating, they're working with the local businesses to help develop their company, including Intercoastal Bank, Parkside Realty, and Fixate Media. So now what I'm going to do is I got a couple of awards. So Sarah and Sim will come up.
Yeah.
Very good while since I wanted.
Yeah.
So these are called the Governor Business Ambassador Medals, and it's for your commitment to bring jobs to our great state. We're proud that you picked us. So congratulations. Don't anyone mess with his hair. You know, everybody make fun of my hair all the time. It's pretty easy. You can't make fun of any other thing because you can't make fun of him. But I just want to tell you from the standpoint of families in Florida, you know, all of us, you know, have had our opportunities, our challenges, and our successes, and getting that first job and what you're doing to help people get jobs, we just want to thank you for everybody in the great state of Florida. So thanks for doing this.
Yeah, we trade spaces, Governor. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Governor, for those great comments, and again, thank you to the Hales for choosing Flagler County. We're grateful for that.
County.
It is, isn't it?
Who wouldn't?
A great county and a great state. We're very happy here. Our next speaker will be Barbara Revels, who is chair of our Economic Opportunity Council. We're grateful that Barbara has taken on this task of helping to develop a plan of economic development here for Flagler County. Without further ado, Ms. Barbara Revels.
And my first goal is to really thank Governor Scott for his position that he's taken in the state of Florida to put the state in a heavily competitive place, both nationally and internationally, on economic development. It was his plan when he came into office, and he's producing, and this type of rollout that we're doing today is exactly what he has focused on. And he's put a stellar team together, and we thank you so much for coming to Flagler County. And along with the team that he's assembled in Florida, I wanted to also thank Sean Malott at Enterprise Florida, who assisted us in putting together our qualified target application that gets the incentive ball rolling and helped us successfully get through that to create the incentive package from the state that will assist Coastal Cloud in coming to fruition. We've talked about our Economic Advisory Council. Would all of our council members stand or raise your hand that are here today? This is a very smart group of people. One other important person I wanted to recognize here today is Bruce Page. Where are you, Bruce? Bruce is way in the back. Bruce is president of Intercoastal Bank, our local community bank, and he's responsible for introducing Tim and Sarah Hale to Helga Van Eckert, our Economic Development Director. So thank you, Bruce, for this. So lastly, Helga, I want to thank you again for your great work in pulling all this together along with our team, and particularly reaching out to the governor. And she's going, you think we could get the governor here? I said, I betcha.
She's already got me committed to come back.
Yeah. She's tough.
So just thank you again for your support in this, and thank you for the community for coming out. And we've got bigger and better things we're going to keep working and to help the Hales in any way that we can. Thank you.